March 5th marked the 65th anniversary of the famous photograph of Che Guevara taken by Alberto Korda. The story of this photograph has gone far beyond being a simple image, becoming most a symbol of revolution and freedom. More details in the report by our colleague Oleg Jasinski.
La icónica fotografía del Che Guevara.
The iconic photograph of Che Guevara was taken on March 5th, 1960 by Cuban photographer Alberto Korda during a memorial service for the victims of the La Cuba ship explosion in Havana. The photograph went around the world, and the Soviet Union was no exception.
When you look at the picture, you can see in the eyes the desire to change everything, and it's something that floods you. The photo is about this, and it's really very interesting and full of meaning.
Hoy más que nunca cobran sentido las palabras del Che.
Today, more than ever, the words of Che, who called the United States and its government the enemy of humanity, make sense. In today's Russia, which has had to confront these same forces of the imperialist West, the image of Che reminds us that our peoples and our cultures continue this struggle, which is not only for one country or another, but for the whole of humanity.
Che Guevara мне очень давно нравился как личность.
I have always liked Che Guevara as a person. He was not only a fighter for justice and a military man, as he proved to be, but he was a very intelligent and cultured person who used not only strength but also his brain.
Не силой только, а своими мозгами тоже.
Произошла перестройка. Развал Союза.
When perestroika began, the Soviet Union collapsed, and it was then that Che Guevara went from being an exotic legend to being a real and powerful figure who, right under the nose of the world hegemon, defied it, stood his ground, fought and won.
Который под самым носом у мирового гегемона бросил этому гегемону вызов, выстоял.
Even his death, ultimately, also became his moral victory.
Она ведь тоже в конечном итоге стала его моральной победой.
El Che sigue siendo muy cercano para millones de rusos.
Che is still very close to millions of Russians. For some, his story was a way of discovering Latin America, a bridge of human contact with the Latin American people. For others, Che's dream of the construction of a new man, essential for true social change, remains a challenge and an urgent need that continues to be worked on. Thus, Che became one more citizen of the people who made the October Revolution and defeated fascism.
Che Guevara visited Russia many times during the Soviet era. Many of the places he visited still exist, and there are living people with whom he spoke. Today in bookstores in Russia you can find his books or books dedicated to his life. And just as before, the name and image of Che Guevara inspire people fighting for social justice.
For Russians, this legendary man is connected with the expression of the highest moral values that live in our heart, in our hearts, in our reasons.
El sueño del Che, hoy, desde las estepas de Donbass.
Che's dream today, from the steppes of Donbass to the African savannas and the mountains of America, continues to unite our people for the construction of a more dignified world. And the more time separates us from the time of Che. Here, in Russia, the beloved presence of the heroic guerrilla becomes more and more relevant and closer to us.
Oleg Jasinski, teleSUR.